If you ever want to buy clothes in an English-speaking country, understanding clothing sizes and how to talk about them is essential. You are standing in a busy clothing store holding a beautiful shirt, but it is way too small, and you have no idea how to ask for a larger size. You feel totally stuck. But why is it that a medium in one store is different from a medium in another? Hi everyone, I am Jack, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into understanding clothing sizes, and we will learn some essential English for it along the way. I am so excited to talk about this because it happens to all of us. Shopping for clothes should be fun, but sizes can make it very confusing. Imagine you walk into a clothing store. You see a jacket that you really like. You check the tag on the back. The tag is the small piece of paper or cloth that shows the price and the size. Just a quick note, tag means a small label attached to a product. For example, I cannot return this shirt because I cut off the tag. You look at the tag and it says M for medium. But when you try it on, it feels incredibly tight. The sleeves are too short. The shoulders pull. You realize you need to ask for a different size. This is a very common situation. You look around for a store worker. How do you approach them? You can simply say, excuse me, do you have this in a larger size? That is an interesting word. Larger means bigger in size or amount. For example, I need a larger coffee to stay awake today. Or maybe the jacket is too big. You can ask, do you have this in a smaller size? Knowing these simple phrases gives you so much confidence. You do not have to feel nervous. Store assistants hear these questions all day long. They are always happy to check the back room for you. But what if you are shopping for pants? Pants sizes can be even more complicated. In the United States, pants are often measured in inches. They use two numbers. The first number is the waist size. The second number is the length of the leg. So, a pair of jeans might say 32 by 34. Let's quickly explain that. Waist means the middle part of your body. For example, this belt is too big for my waist. In Europe, the sizes are totally different. A size 32 in the US might be a size 42 in Europe. This difference can be baffling for shoppers. Here's a useful word. Baffling means difficult to understand. For example, the math problem was baffling to the students. If you travel a lot, it is very smart to keep a size conversion chart on your phone. A conversion chart shows you how a size in one country matches a size in another country. It saves you so much time. But wait, we are about to uncover a big secret that clothing brands use to trick us. Have you ever noticed that you might wear a size small in one store, but a size large in a different store? This is not a mistake. It is a psychological trick called vanity sizing. Brands want you to feel good about yourself. They know that people like to fit into smaller sizes. So, they have actually made the clothes bigger but kept the small size labels on them. Let's look at that expression. Vanity sizing means changing labels to make clothes seem smaller than they are. For example, because of vanity sizing, I wear a small instead of a medium. It is a very clever trick. A dress from the 1990s that was a size 8 would probably be labeled as a size 4 today. When you fit into that smaller number, your brain releases happy chemicals. You feel great, and you are much more likely to buy the item. Brands use psychology to drive sales. It is fascinating to see how our minds work when we shop. Before we continue, drive sales means to increase the number of things sold. For example, the new commercial helped to drive sales for the company. This trick is everywhere. It is in expensive boutiques and in cheap fast fashion stores. It means that you can never truly trust the label. You always have to take the clothes into the fitting room. The fitting room is a small private space in a store where you can try clothes on. It is usually at the back of the store. You take your items, go inside, and see how they look in the mirror. You might hear this a lot. Try on means to put on clothes to see if they fit. For example, can I try on this blue sweater, please? When you are in the fitting room, you might realize the clothes do not fit right. Sometimes the shirt is too baggy. Baggy means loose and hanging heavily. Or maybe the jeans are too snug. Snug means fitting very closely or tightly. It is perfectly fine to leave the clothes there and walk away. You do not have to buy anything. But let us talk about a different scenario. What if you are shopping online? We will look at that in just a moment. Online shopping is hugely popular now. You can sit on your couch and buy clothes from anywhere in the world. But it brings a massive problem. You cannot try the clothes on. You have to rely completely on the sizing guide. A sizing guide is a chart on the website that gives you exact measurements. That's a common phrasal verb. Rely on means to trust or depend on something. For example, I rely on my alarm clock to wake me up. To use a sizing guide, you need a measuring tape. You have to measure your chest, your waist, and your hips. It takes a little bit of effort, but it is the only way to get a good fit online. Even then, it is still a gamble. Here's what that means. A gamble means a risky action with an uncertain result. For example, starting a new business is always a gamble. Sometimes the item arrives at your house and it looks nothing like the picture. The fabric is different. The cut is weird. It just does not work for your body type. When this happens, you have to return the item. Returning clothes bought online is a huge part of the modern shopping experience. You print a return label, pack the box, and take it to the post office. Let's look at that word for a moment. Return means to take or send something back. For example, I had to return the shoes because they were damaged. It can be annoying, but it is part of the process. Many online stores now offer free returns to encourage people to buy more. They know that if the return process is easy, customers will come back. This is great for us as shoppers, but it creates a lot of extra work. Have you ever thought about getting your clothes altered? We are going to explore that idea right now. Sometimes you find a piece of clothing that you love, but it does not fit perfectly. Maybe the pants are a little too long or the jacket is a bit too wide. Instead of leaving it in the store, you can take it to a tailor. A tailor is a person whose job is to make or fix clothes so that they fit perfectly. That's a useful word. Tailor means a person who makes or alters clothes. For example, the tailor fixed my suit for the wedding. Taking clothes to a tailor is called getting alterations. It might cost a little bit of extra money, but it is often worth it. A good tailor can make a cheap piece of clothing look like it was made specifically for you. When clothes fit well, you look better and you feel more confident. You might hear this quite often. Worth it means useful or enjoyable despite the cost. For example, the hike was hard, but the beautiful view was worth it. Many people think tailoring is only for rich people or for very formal events. But that is not true. You can get simple t-shirts or casual jeans altered. If you have a favorite shirt that is getting old, a tailor can often fix it. It is a great way to keep wearing the clothes you love. This brings us to a very important point about modern fashion. We buy too many clothes. Because sizes are tricky and trends change fast, people often buy things they do not need. They wear a shirt once or twice, and then it sits in the closet forever. Just a quick note. Trends means the popular taste at a given time. For example, she always follows the latest fashion trends. By understanding sizes better and by utilizing tailors, we can buy fewer clothes. We can choose quality over quantity. This is much better for our wallets, and it is much better for the environment. When you know your exact measurements, you make smarter choices. You stop guessing and you start shopping with purpose. Imagine walking into a store on July 21st looking for a summer outfit. You already know that this specific brand uses vanity sizing. You know you need a size smaller than usual. You walk right past the confusing racks, grab the right size, and head to the room. It fits perfectly on the very first try. You pay and leave the store feeling completely victorious. That is an interesting word, victorious. Means feeling triumphant after succeeding. For example, the team felt victorious after winning the championship game. That is the power of knowledge, and it turns a stressful experience into a very easy task. You do not have to fear the clothing racks anymore. You know exactly what to look for, and you know the right English words to use. You can easily talk to the store assistants. You can use the online sizing charts. Understanding clothing sizes is just one small part of communicating in a new language. But it is these daily, real-world situations that truly test our skills. When you master them, you feel a deep sense of accomplishment. You realize that you can handle life in a foreign country. As we wrap up today's episode, I want you to remember that size does not define you. It is just a number. The most important thing is how the clothes make you feel. Choose things that fit well and make you feel confident. I really hope you enjoyed our discussion today. It is always a pleasure to share these practical tips with you. If this episode helped you feel more prepared, please hit the like button and subscribe. We talk about fascinating topics here, and listening is a wonderful way to improve.